In the second round. A brilliant victory and a very difficult fight in Manila for Joe. That fight in Manila for Joe, it was just a very difficult fight. Ended up in the hospital after that. And the question is, how sharp he can be for this one. For George Foreman, well, it's a different sort of battle. It was that big battle with Ron Lyle a few months ago when both of them were knocked down several times during the course of that fight in a big slugfest. And you wonder just how long these fighters can go when they get involved in big wars like that. Remember, you don't measure the age of fighters chronologically like you do in the boxing ring. It depends on how many tough fights. So look at Joe taking the shots again. He's using a little bit of that rope-a-dope that Ali used in Zaire, but it's not working because George is able to land some punches there. I expect him to look as good as the 27-year-old in the prime of his life in George. First round from the Nassau Coliseum in Long Island.
Let me know in 5 seconds.
Yeah. Very disappointed in losing the title to Ali and thinks he can get it back. So Joe trying to do what he can do, but it's so difficult for Joe to get through. I mean, Joe's a great boxer, but at the Nassau County Coliseum here in Long Island, New York, first round, Joe lands one of the few punches. He's laying a lot of movement, a lot of lunging left hooks. And not in Zaire, but in Manila. Both of those guys worked so hard in that fight, expended so much energy and got hurt so badly in the fight that you wonder if Joe will ever be the same. And it looks like he's recovered totally from his brutal war with Ron Lyle and his difficult loss to Muhammad Ali. George looks fairly sharp. Big left hook by Joe. So just as on the body, the huge body of George Foreman doesn't take the same toll as it does on other fighters. Here's what Joe needs to do, all of his trunk movement. But he used to be able to do that for 3 solid minutes. He gets through with the left hook and look at it, and he got a shot. Up to about fight number 20, George now, and this is the second round. Foreman won the first round. Joe Frazier having a better second round, but I think the heavier blows are being landed by George here in the second round. George, look at these shots here. Joe showing more trunk movement, making George miss more, and he has landed about 4 or 5 good left hooks, but that's all he... See that kind of lazy right hand by George? That hurt. He digs to the body, backs Joe up. Joe doesn't want to stay here in the ropes. It's not a good idea. There'll be no rope-a-dope tonight. Look at them trading punches. One of the two given night. The top 4 or 5 gun coming, Larry Holmes. These guys are great fighters. Look at Joe getting through a little bit more here in this the third round. But George, oh, nice body shot by George. Straight like that with the right hand. There's a nice left by George Foreman. Now George is punching with authority. Joe able to back him up. Some of these are borderline low blows. Referee hasn't said anything, Harold Powell. Nice shots here by George. Oh, he's hurting Joe now. Joe's taking a lot of headshots. He goes to covering up, but he's standing still. Joe's got to get out of that corner. Oh, big right hand again. Hits Joe on the left ear. Look at George just teeing off. If Joe has any idea of making this guy win by taking shots like this, it won't work. Look at this. Left hand, left hand, left hand, then the big right. Bangs it with the left, jabs it up the forehead, pounds his nose. Misses with the right hand. Joe can't hold him off at all. For Joe, I can tell you that right now. Stiff. That's a punch. Look at this. Spins ahead with the left hook. Wow. About a minute to go in this round. And George Foreman having it all his way. This is his best round so far. Look at the legs of Joe Frazier already in the third round. They look like there's lead in the knees. See him plodding now? Not up on his toes at all. Another left hook throw. That one whistles past the nose. Another one grazes the nose. Misses with the right hand, does George. Light right hand that time. Now he tries to spin and get him off balance. Backs him off with the right hand again. Every time Joe shot there. This time he kind of held on to the right ear of Joe with New York. What a fine job the New York State Athletic Commission does. About a minute left in round number 4. This, don't forget, is scheduled for 12. Many people don't think it's going to go the distance because of the size of these fighters and the way both of these guys can hit. Joe's already done better in this fight, getting into the 4th round. New York, George Foreman-Joe Frazier. I'm Bob Sheridan. Glad that you can be with and you question just what kind of condition. So many punches in that fight against Muhammad. Question his conditioning coming into the fight because he took George Foreman and then apparently is continuing that way here. Look at these body shots. Uppercut lands. Right hand lands behind the ear of Frazier. Frazier tries to fight back. He's got such a big heart. And look at these big clubbing punches. And that's all you can call. Now he's throwing more right hand. I think George Foreman wants to end this thing as soon as he can because he's looking a little bit fatigued and he goes into the 6th, 7th, 8th round. He would really like that. Oh, good shot. That was a tough one on the chin and bounced the head back in about 3 good heavy blows by George Foreman. Oh, that one got Joe, and down he goes. He'll be able to get up. He'll take the standing 8 count. It's up to 4 and 5. Big left hand again. Big right hand. Look at him trying to fight back. His legs are gone. George catches him with a big left hook and the right uppercut. Blows him again. Look at him.